What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks MLB player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, guys, we're going to be breaking down the night slate. We've already broke down the early slate. So far, so good for the most part. I know Judge hit a bomb, Stanton hit a bomb, Josh Bell's already cleared his fantasy score, Soto had an RBI double. The only thing is, Jameson Taillon didn't have the best start to that Oakland Athletics game, so I'm not sure he's going to get the fantasy score. But, hey, if we go 4-1, 3-2, you should be profiting no matter what. I think I'm a little bit hard on myself sometimes, always trying to go 5-0. I think the comments reflect it sometimes. But, hey, if you're mixing and matching these, going 3-2, that's still profit. Obviously, we want to go 5-0. I'm trying to go 5-0 every time. Not saying that I'm not trying to. But if you're mixing and matching these, you should be making some profit when I'm releasing these videos. So, probably going to make a video soon on how to mix and match. I don't know if everyone knows what I'm talking about. Some of you might be looking at me like I have 7 heads when I say mix and match your tickets. So if that's the case, feel free to let me know because I will make a video to help you out with that. But you don't have to play all 5 together in the flex play. You know, you can mix and match every single combination of it. 2-play, 3-play, 4-play. And if you have a good record on your overall picks, you will profit. So if you're getting very serious, I would highly recommend my premium content packages that I offer is what I'm trying to say here. And I am releasing an all sports package on July 1st, so keep an eye out for that. I know a lot of people are excited about that. That will be coming out. Currently, just have individual sports. The individual sports packages will still be there for you if you just want to pay a less price per month and you're not an all sports type of guy. But the all sports value will be fantastic. And if you enjoy this content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. So let's talk about it. If you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, use that promo code KJK DFS. Receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Game by game. Let's go here. First game we're going to talk about is the Atlanta Braves taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. We're going to talk about Kyle Wright, who comes in as a 137 favorite in Philadelphia tonight. And I like him for sure with where his fantasy score is set out. He has phenomenal numbers across the board. He comes in with a 3.57 Sierra, 25.7% K rate overall with a 12.2% swing strike rate. Great ground ball fly ball rates, great hard contact stuff. He has a 26% K rate against righties and a 25.4% K rate against lefties. So Kyle Wright is fantastic. He's also stretched out. He will pitch deep into the ball game. Looking at his pitch count, 91, 95 last 2 times out. 4 8 strikeouts. Hasn't had the best performances the last couple times out as far as earned runs, but I expect him to bounce back in this one. Philadelphia Phillies, I think, are a good matchup for him. They are without Bryce Harper now, who just went down with an injury, so that obviously does make the lineup a lot weaker. They only have a 3.98 implied run total. And then when you're looking at their lineup up and down as far as their strikeout rates are concerned, starting from the bottom up with Mr. Moniak, 37.5% K rate for him. That is massive, obviously. 20, 24, 17, 16, 22, 22, 25, and 27. So majority of these hitters have about a 22% plus K rate. Kyle Wright does a great job of getting strikeouts. He does a great job of limiting hard contact. He is a favorite. His offense is expected to give him some run support. The Braves are the #1 team in the league against left-handed pitching. A lot of good things going on here. And lastly, I think the pitcher fantasy score is at a nice discount. I get that he's struggled as of late, but I don't care. He's really, really good. I'm going to take the over 32.5 pitcher fantasy score here for Kyle Wright. Pick number 1 on the video. Pick number 2. We're going to be headed down to the Toronto Blue Jays, taking on the Boston Red Sox. We have another favorite here in Alek Manoah, who's a fantastic arm with a bunch of talent. Looking at his numbers across the board as far as Mr. Manoah, he has a 3.79 Sierra, 2.71 ERA with a 25.6% K rate overall. Good swinging strike rate stuff as well with a 12% swinging strike rate and phenomenal hard contact rate with a 22.8% hard contact rate. That is the best on this entire slate, and there's a lot of arms in this slate, so that's impressive. 27.8% K rate against righties and a 23.4% K rate against lefties, so he's the full package. If anything, he struggles a little bit more so against those lefties, but still doesn't give up a lot of hard contact. Alek Manoah has been phenomenal. Once again, you look at the pitch count. His pitch count's up there as well. That's always something we want. We want these pitchers going deep into the ball game. 106, 94, 86, 90, 102. So he will top 100 pitches and more than likely will go 6+ innings, which is what we want for that quality start. Expected to get the win as well. I like the over 34.5 pitcher fantasy score here for Alek Manoah as pick number 2 on the video. And obviously, let's read off these strikeout rates as we always do with Boston. There are some strikeouts to be had throughout this lineup. Starting from the bottom up with Mr. Jackie Bradley, 26% for him, 17, 32, 27, 13, 19, 25, 20, and 24. So a couple low strikeouts in the middle of the lineup, but other than that, a lot of strikeouts to be had. Manoah should have a good ball game here. And once again, I just think the pitcher fantasy score is at a discount. A lot of talented arms here that are only in like the mid-30s, where typically they're going to be up in the upper 30s, so I will take advantage. I like the over 34.5 pitcher fantasy score for Alek Manoah, pick number 2. Pick number 3, we got another talented arm in Mr. Sandy Alcantara taking on the St. Louis Cardinals, which is not the easiest opponent, but you can see by the run line Vegas showing a lot of respect to Alcantara, as they should. The Cardinals only have a 3.87 implied total. Alcantara has been fantastic all year long. He has one of the longest leashes. You look at his underlying metrics. Those are also fantastic. He has a 3.64 Sierra, 23.7% K rate. Does not walk anybody. He has a 13% swinging strike rate. Great ground ball, fly ball, hard contact rates with a 26.7% K rate against righties and a 21.2% K rate against lefties, which is good because most of the really big threats in this lineup are right-handed in the middle of the order. Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado. And Alcantara does a great job of pitching against those right-handed hitters, eliminating the hard contact. He is a 123 favorite, so hopefully he picks up that win. And lastly, the pitch count. Once again, he is a workhorse. He'll be up there in the pitch count. 96, 106, 113, 105, 111 pitches. Has been going deep in the ball games, getting strikeouts. Hopefully he gets the win as well. But even if he doesn't, once again, this is a scenario where I think we're getting a discount on him, 35.5 because of the matchup. I get that it's a tough matchup, but this is Sandy Alcantara we're talking about, so I'll gladly take the over 35.5 pitcher fantasy score. I expect all these guys to score 40-plus fantasy score tonight that we've talked about so far, so there's a reason I'm targeting them. I like the over 35.5 pitcher fantasy score for Sandy Alcantara. Pick number 3. Pick number 4. We're going to be heading down to the Chicago White Sox taking on the Los Angeles Angels. I'm going to talk about both of these pitchers in this game. We'll start things off with the away pitcher, Michael Kopech. I do not want to be targeting his pitcher fantasy score because he does have a tendency of getting a little bit crazy. He does have a bit of a walk issue, but one thing he does have to go along with that is an elite strike rate. He has a 30% K rate overall, 9.9% walk rate, which is a bit of an issue, but a 12.1% swing strike rate. Does a pretty good job of limiting hard contact, but it's the strikeouts that we're looking to target. 24.4% K rate against righties and a 37.9% K rate against lefties. Elite strikeout numbers against left-handed hitting. Really good strikeout numbers against right-handed hitting as well. And the Angels strike out a ton. If you've been watching my content all season, you should already know this, but the Angels strike out a ton, man. Starting from the bottom up with Harrison. He only has a 5 at-bat sample size, but he's striking out 60% of the time. 34, 31, 20, 21, 27, 29, 25. Lots of strikeouts to be had. And I mean, I don't know. Like I said, Kopech, he can be a little bit inefficient with his pitches, so I'm not going to be targeting the fantasy score, but 5.5 strikeouts here. I'm gladly going to take the over. This isn't even that much of a heavy favorite in Vegas, actually, on the books, which I'm very surprised of, to be honest. You look at the pitch count for Kopech as well. It is up there, Michael Kopech, as far as how many pitches to let him throw. 91 last time out in a game where he was pitching effectively. 75 times 413. That's because he was coming off an injury. But the times before, 98, 85, 92, 91. So he's typically going to be up there right around 90 pitches. He'll go 5 or 6 innings. I think that's plenty of a leash to rack up 6 strikeouts against this Angels lineup with such an elite strikeout rate. And like I said, especially against the lefties. You look at the Angels lineup up and down as far as how many lefties they have. 1, 2, 3, 4 lefties. Kind of a mix, but regardless, there's so many strikeouts. I just don't care. I'm going to target them with an elite strikeout guy in Michael Kopech. Like the over 5.5 strikeouts for him. And pick number 5, we're going to be going to the other end of the game with Shohei Ohtani, a guy that I do expect to get the win, a guy that I do trust to pitch an efficient ball game without giving up runs and go the distance here. And for that reason, we're going to be targeting the pitcher fantasy score. Pick number 5. We're going to be rocking with the over 38.5 pitcher fantasy score for Shohei Ohtani. Once again, he has a long leash, big pitch count. He just had a phenomenal outing last time out where he threw 108 pitches, 13 strikeouts. He went 8 innings pitched in that game, and he only allowed 2 hits to go along with 1 walk and 0 earned runs. So that's the kind of upside Shohei Ohtani is capable of. He gets a matchup tonight against the Chicago White Sox that up and down their lineup. They don't have the worst lineup in the world, but when it comes to Ohtani stuff, I think he can take advantage of here. They don't have the biggest amount of strikeouts either, but once again, I'm not worried about that when it comes to Ohtani because he has a 30.5% K rate overall with a 13.4% swinging strike rate, good hard contact stuff, a 33.9% K rate against righties, and a 27.3% K rate against lefties. So he is very dominant against right-handed hitting with the strikeouts. You look at the White Sox lineup up and down, they have a lot of right-handed hitters. Anderson, Vaughn, Robert, Abreu, Pollock, Harrison, and they have a few lefties mixed in there. They don't worry us either. They only have a 3.15 implied run total. Expect Ohtani to be able to go out there and put up 40-plus fantasy points once again. So he's going to be pick number 5 on the video today. That is my 5 picks to get you winning some money tonight. We already started the day slate. I'm recording this as the Yankees game's going on, so I have to check in how the pitching and everything's doing there. But hopefully that comes through for us. Might not, but let's hope so. But hey, hopefully you enjoyed this content. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you haven't checked out Prizepicks, check them out. Use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match up to $100. And you can check out the premium content packages. Once again, I will be launching an all-sports package come July 1st. Best of luck on your props tonight, guys, and we will see you in the next one.